Monday the 25th of October 1976, and Matt is about 2 years old. You have taken over 1S49 here at Settle to take it on to Carlisle, where you'll be relieved to take a break before taking over. Glasgow Scenario. Please be aware there's a TSR of 20 on the Armouth Viaduct due to drainage repairs. This means that Carlisle, you'll be routed up. Okay. Things will happen. I like it when things happen. Put it in forwards, thank you. Do we need to open doors? We need to open doors. There'd be our blue to start the day. Vermeero, it's 4 AM here, you're just about to head to bed, but now Matt's streaming. Yes, indeed. Right. Let me know if you need me to adjust the volume of the game or if all is good. I've adjusted it so that it's not deafening me, but that doesn't help you. Oh, right away, driver. I know, I'm making coffee though, then you'll have to wait. Right. CptnJenks! 3 years, wow. Oh wow, yeah, 3 years. Thank you very much, CptnJenks. Yours, I think. Is this your one? Yeah, this is your one. Right. Onwards. Steven Jam, 42 months up, I hope everyone has a great weekend. Let's get the charity stream off to a good start. Indeed. I'm just going to get the train rolling and then we'll talk about the charity side of things. What are we on? Appleby, 40 miles away. Love these sounds. Eric Eber, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Just have a look down here. Droya, here's to 30 hours of virtual charity railway driving. Thank you very much, Droya. 4 months of sub. DMAC, thank you for the follow. Derek, did I miss your resub? If so, apologies. Thank you very much for your resub, 18 months. Right, I think I've caught everybody. Shout if I've missed anybody. Jill's watching you with her beady eyes. Thank you, Jill, you are a hero. And welcome, Chris. Are they cat headphones? Yeah, they're my normal pink headphones, but I upgraded them. I upgraded my headphones. They've now got more cat. Pour on some power, shall we? Pour on the power. Right, so, what's the point of this weekend? This weekend, I didn't give everybody a ton of notice, to be honest, that I was going to be doing a stream, especially given I've not been doing any streams. Apologies for that. But I wanted to do something to see if we couldn't raise a bit of money for NHS, and then it was also, when I say NHS, I mean the NHS charities, not the actual NHS. And we'll go into that in a minute. But also, I spoke to some of the people on the Discord, and they thought actually Médecins Sans Frontières, who is otherwise known as Doctors Without Borders, would be another excellent charity to support, because again, it's medical stuff that, you know, people out on the front line all over the world helping people suffering from coronavirus. But where the NHS obviously is very UK centric, then Doctors Without Borders covers around a lot of places around the world, including the US. So there's lots of great stuff going on. So we're going with two charities for this event, and there's two Just Giving links. So below, down on the page down there, I've put two Just Giving links. One for Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders, and then the other one is for NHS Charities Together. If you know the Captain Tom, Colonel Tom things that were in all the press, he was raising for charities together, the NHS charities together, so it's the same charity essentially. And what they do is they support the staff and volunteers at the moment. Well, there's more than obviously just at the moment, but clearly there's an extra need for it at the minute. So this is not making up for, well, the government should, it's the NHS itself is clearly not a charity. The government should be paying for that. We pay it through our the money that we pay. But there are additional things, thank you Derek, that the staff and the volunteers can benefit from, and it's that support that the charity is there to provide. So it's really valuable. It gives something back, and then Medicine Sans Frontières, people right out on the front line, and in that case it does pay for PPE and all sorts of support that they need. So two very, very worthwhile charities. You can basically pick whether you want to do an equal donation to both or put one donation more on the other. It's incredibly difficult for me if you do bits, Ferro. I will, as bits are donated, I will divvy them up 50-50 and make a donation. But the problem is that I don't actually get the bits for sometimes a month after the stream. So it's awkward. So if you can do it straight to Just Giving, that is definitely the preferred option. But I will be donating any bits that come in. Everyone's saying choo choo. Choo choo! Does it look like a train that looks like a crab or a fish or a... I have no idea what that is. Your moats are being delivered. Oh, it's hype frog, is it? Okay. I was wrong in every sense of the word. Speeding up again. So we're on the Settler Carlisle line at the moment. Driving a 50, otherwise known as a Hoover. This route is just gorgeous. It really is. It's an old route now, but absolutely beautiful to drive on. That peaceful meander down the English countryside. So yes, check out the Just Giving pages, and you can make your donations on there. If you're members of any communities, Discords or Facebooks or Twitters or whatevers, then please do forward the details of the stream for today and tomorrow, as long as it's appropriate for that group. If you're not an admin yourself, double check with the admins, make sure they're happy. Don't want to get in trouble for accusing the people of spreading spam on pages. But let's try and get lots of people watching, lots of people donating. I'm the only one who does use the Uber in the house, CptnJenks. I probably wouldn't even get in trouble for saying that, it's the truth. Thank you very much, Joya. It's the GG train, Rob. Raspberry, am I going to drive a steam locomotive? I think I've got at least a couple lined up this weekend. Not stopping for another 35 miles. Oh, hello. What have we got here? A rat? A rat. Chug, 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 chug. Very, very right. I haven't changed anything on the rig at all since the last time I streamed. I'm not using my capture card at the moment. I'm using NDI to do the screen capture because my capture card is misbehaving. I think my new work laptop really upsets it. It keeps kicking it out into a point that it doesn't work anymore. And then eventually it comes back and it works for a while, and then I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I have a support ticket in with Elgato, and hopefully we can get that fixed. Or I might just replace it with something that's not Elgato and see if they've got a system that works. It's your birthday tomorrow, is it, Wheels and Trains? Well, remind me tomorrow. But happy birthday. Or replace Windows with Linux, yeah, possibly. I need to find a way of trying that, doesn't it? Or just crashing the machine. The only problem with switching to Linux is then I lose my beloved XSplit, which I'm not prepared to do. Will I be back to normal streams after the charity stream? Not for a little while, no. I've still got a lot going on. But I want to try and stream more often. One of the reasons for doing this is to try and kick my backside and get back into it. It's also a really good opportunity to this weekend to play over some of the stuff. There's been so many new releases on Train Simulator since I last streamed Train Simulator, but this is a good opportunity to run a bunch of new stuff as well. How much coffee am I going to need today? I don't know. This one's my first, so. Which link is coming up broken, JT Trains? There's two links on there. Are they both broken? Very well, yeah, the Railfan TV streams have been going really well. I think they've been getting a lot of people watching them. And it's good to do a bit more streaming. It's also good for you because it's a bit more variety. I think Colonel Failure has been doing an excellent job, and Dimitri was doing an excellent job as well. Coming up on Ribblehead. Warning for the 30. Jill, thank you very much for the donation. It says for a fantastic cause. Much appreciated, Jill. Yeah, the streams haven't really been about a marketing element of it, to be honest. It's more been about, you know, everybody's at home and we kind of want to be there with you, give you something to enjoy, chat to people, all that stuff. Well, thank you, Joel. That donation tested to make sure my Just Giving stuff is working. My thing that pops it up on the stream is working, so that's good too. It's good to test. I did some tests myself, but where should we be? Should we be on the other side? Something like there. Nightfire, you're enjoying main specimen? Yeah, it's my second favourite German route these days. Chris, proud to work for the NHS. Better cause to donate to the NHS. Thank you very much, Chris. Much appreciated. Here we come. Joya, big on the weekend charity streams. Best of luck with the long form virtual driving. Here's to lockdown coming to an end soon. Thank you very much indeed, Michael. That's much appreciated. And thank you for the second one there, Doria, much appreciated. What speed? No, I'm still in my store. How far is this journey taking us? All the way, I think. Yep, Carlisle. It's a nice route, isn't it, Chris? I don't really play it enough. Part 2 and take it on to Glasgow. Oh, of course you could do that West Coast Main Line North, couldn't you? So what have we got lined up for this weekend? I don't know if Robbo was able to send out that link, or just one of the mods is able to just send out the link to the read-only copy of the spreadsheet. But we've got basically a mix of Train Simulator and Train Sim World. I'm aiming to do, it kind of works out roughly in the order of a couple of hours of Train Simulator, a couple of hours of Train Sim World, and so on and so forth. So there's a fair bit of broad stuff. I'm looking at stuff I've not run before, including the new Clinchfield line that was just released, the Montana High Line, which I've not run before, the Metro North M2, the NJT 34 thing, I don't know what it is now, the 34 thing, let me have a look at this. Sunday. The U34CH. That's the one, Stephen John. Go up to the 60. Look at that lovely view. Don't forget, even though I'm streaming throughout, I think Colonel Failure is streaming on DTG Stream at 5 o'clock. And then I will be on Sunday stopping this stream temporarily to switch over to the Dovetail stream and run some stuff there, and then I'll restart this stream again once that one's done. Morning, Saint Pony. Give yourself a bit more time to slow down this time. Warning for that 30. Well, the locos I'm driving are the same ones you can pick up, Presdorat. Oh, this loco's got a really annoying sound like someone's knocking on the door. I'm looking forward to running the NJT train. I haven't run any New Jersey content in such a long time. Oh, they're track joint sounds, I think. Right. Droppeth the hammer. CptnJenks, you might want to have a chat with Dominus Ebordius when he, if he turns up later on. He finds them all over the place. See where he gets them from, but eBay sounds like a good place to start. Back up to 60. 0909, thank you very much for the resub. I even put water in my water machine, so I should be drinking water. I try not to drink too much coffee. Do you have lights on? Yes. Well, you do. How are we doing? 22 miles to Appleton. I've taken 2 or 3 so far, Stephen. Everyone needs to shout at me to get one screenshot on everything I do. So that it's good for the YouTube videos. Oh yeah, I'm sure OneDrive will need a kick, Stephen Jam, that's fine. See you in a bit, Fairmera. Twitch is freaking out. What's Twitch doing? Why? Twitch, quit freaking out. Trying to bring that ETA time down a bit. Is there a plan for today? There is indeed, Citrus Sausages. One of the mods can just post up the link. Plan for tomorrow as well. There you go. Rob has actually put it in exclamation mark weekend. Thank you, Rob. You've probably been posting that a lot and I've not been seeing it. Chris, gift aid in UK residents reminder. Oh yes, definitely. If you're a tax-paying UK resident, then don't forget to tick the gift aid box when you donate. It gives a few extra pounds, which come from the government. Some really interesting stuff actually that I've found. Some of the stuff has been recommended that we're playing. Some of it, like I said, has just been going through the stuff that I haven't run before, taking a look at that. What route am I doing in the DTG stream tomorrow, Troya? I am doing, well, it's just down as being London Overground, so there's 2 or 3 options there really. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Dimitri's actual intention was. I assume it's the goblin or come back. Something like that. Something with a 378 in it. Train 222, thank you very much for that donation, much appreciated. Tractor. God, I know enough Finnish to know what you're saying as well, Julia. God, my neck. Watch it down the hill now. Hey there, 82 Steam, how's it going? St. Pony, can I move the donation scroll bar to the top? It blocks the view on the on-screen chat and more importantly the HUD. Oh yeah, that's true. Hang on, I'll do that between scenarios then. Okay. Have a window now. Let's move that down a bit. Actually, no, we'll leave that at the top. Let's move that up there. Is that better? If it's a negative number, what does that mean, CptnJenks, just to be clear? Sadie, thank you very much for the donation there, much appreciated. I think I got your long one in tomorrow, Fabdiva. We drop the power on. Rob, it's very, very much appreciated, hugely appreciated. Thank you very much for that donation. Got to pay attention a bit more now because I've got the brakes in there, so apologies if I'm missing chat. And now CptnJenks has made so I have to pay attention because there's charitable donations at stake if I get a low score. Tell you what, with the track noises on this thing, it sounds like someone's rebuilding my house. Why is Cameron hammering upstairs? But it sounds like. But a 450, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Are we going to be on the front page? No, I've not requested anything. You have to book that a month or 2 months in advance. Steam and Jam, you could leave. Interestingly, I had a good discovery the other day, actually, this week. Brown sauce is no longer my favourite sauce with bacon. I know! I know! These are strange times that we live in. CptnJenks sauce. That's where it's at. CptnJenks sauce on your bacon. It will never be Marmite CptnJenks. What planet are you on? It's like you don't know me. Oh yeah, we're driving a Hoover, class 450. Class 450, yeah, class 50. I'm just a strange individual, that's probably why we all flock here, yeah. But I'm not a massive fan of wasabi or Marmite. But no, CptnJenks sauce with your bacon gives it a nice bite. "10 miles, and I'm slowly getting that time back. Well, only £3 off 100 quid. That's good going. What have been streaming? 39 minutes. Francois! Oh, let me just put brakes on. Thanks, Matt, for supporting these wonderful charities in this tough time. Thank you very much for the donation, Francois. That puts us over the 100 to 107. Brilliant. Thank you very much. You're eating toast with chocolate spread, Moggy. What are you, 5? I'm joking, of course, I'm 5. You'll know that. It's a redundant question. Morning, Dr. Leo. See you later, Grasstrat. Bagel with tatty scone. Now you're up north in Scotland, Francois, and when I was up there, tatty meant potato. What the heck is a potato scone? Scone. I don't know how you say it, but scone. Why is it not scone? Because you know what? 2 minutes after it's given to me, scone. I struggle with English on the best of days too, bad guy. Sometimes the words just don't come out of the mouth. Well, they do, but not necessarily in the right order. which just creates confusion and delay. Hey Tony Trains, how's it going? Pizza32B, thank you very much for that resub. You thought Moggy was a Marmite man? But I thought Rambling Bad Guy was going over these here hills on foot. It's good to be playing it again, to be honest. Tony Trains free. Almost seems like a guilty pleasure. But that's fine. For this weekend I'll just be guilty. I trust everybody is doing well and remaining healthy throughout the times we live in right now. I heard lots of stories of idiots having garden parties and the like. Oops. Mum and Dad just sent a donation as well. Thank you very much for that donation. Much appreciated, Mum and Dad. Derek hanging in there for the most part, yeah. I read a story that someone shared on my Facebook wall. There's a business down in Rochester, which is like a board game build business called Playopolis. And you just basically go there with a group of friends, you book out a table, and then you just pick up the games, bring them to your table, and play board games, card games, things like that. Which is really good because you've got such a wide variety of things to just enjoy. She bought and took over the business, and then 1 week later they did the shutdown, the lockdown. Imagine how terrible and terrifying that must be for her. You've watched all eight series of Red Dwarf on Netflix. Nice. Watched all Alpha League Gaming and doing college work. Nice. Chris sat eating Pringles, Texas barbecue, and Jaffa cakes. Nice. I do actually have one more box of Jaffa cakes from the stack that JP gave me. I may consume them this weekend. EMJ been playing too much SnowRunner. Yeah, I must admit, I still need to pick up SnowRunner. Tony Trains worked 30 hours this week as a cashier. Excellent. So we're about to start going up again. Might want to double check the dates on those Jaffas. Live dangerously. It's fine. away, Dex. Aha! Station to not stop at. I mean stop at. There's some pink tea on all. Oh, that sounds good, Babdoover. What's providing the pink? Is it raspberry or something? Jaffa cakes became sentient. I think they would just congratulate you on having great taste. Right, so we're stopping at Appleby, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Pink Kit Kats, yeah. We tried the sake ones yet, Fab Diva? Oh, look at that, stop. They have a fresh batch you may order. Nice. Derek, you've never had a Jaffa cake before. You, sir, have never lived. There, Moggy, look at the reaction there from Moggy. Wow. That was genuine flabbergast. Right away, driver. We lost more points. It's less than a minute late. That's just mean. Carlisle. Buck Rusty, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. CptnJenks free. I am driving a Hoover. A Class 50. We're on the Settlement Carlisle line by the 450. It's got orange, so it's one of your 5 a day. Exactly 95. back up to 60. Yeah, at some point I want to try and get creative with those, I don't even know what they are, chat message bubble thingies, bad guy. I have a love-hate relationship with Twiglets because they're Marmite. But they're not a lot of Marmite. And actually not a lot of Marmite isn't bad. Questing on the lucky when Jeff cakes are disgusting. No! Can't say that, that's heresy. That's like saying Moggy isn't our one true leader. Right, slow down for this 30. AWS for the 30 drop. Down to the 30. Don't use beef stew as a password, it's not strong enough. Peter Robinson, thank you very much indeed for that donation. Great work, thank you very much indeed. Much appreciated, Peter. Puts us at 187, we're almost at 200, folks. That's fantastic. Slow run-ins. Slow run-ins. I was up quite late last night, getting the stream ready and testing scenarios and installing the scenarios and all that good stuff. So I may be yawning all day. But that's fine. It's no different to any other stream. Or on the power. Below the traction motor, sky high. I've not seen anything, CptnJenks. Well, if you finished it already, Chris, yeah, I would agree. Steam Trains Unlimited now. Class is 50. That's a good one. Wolves and trains, what you need to do is call the police. I hear they excel at finding lost property. But it's important to keep a good outlook in the meantime. Hey Zen Trends, how's it going? I'm doing alright, thank you. Closord, 4 AM is it? It's 10 o'clock, yeah? It's 4 AM, where are you? Isn't it 5 hours and 9 hours still differences? That would imply it's a 6-hour difference where you are. Our different central time. Oh, okay. Zentrans, yes, it's a class 50, it is a bit of a thrashy one. Decks at Delivery Vinyl Limited. Deck, keep up the great entertainment. You a key worker too. All the entertainers are, and you certainly entertain me. Well, thank you very much indeed, Dex, for that donation. Really, really appreciate it. Very much appreciated. Key worker, maybe. I don't want to put myself in the same vein as all of those that are actually out there. I can do this sitting at home. Not quite the same as those that have to go out there and put themselves forward. For which I'm very, very grateful. 21 miles to go. Thrashing through the countryside. Apparently it's a realistic timetable steam trains unlimited, and at this point in time apparently traffic was very sparse. Quite a few trains go past them. Starring New York. Well, the garage door's closed at the moment because it's a little on the chilly side out there. But I'll go and open the garage door and that'll freshen this place right up. I do have a little AC. It's sitting down there, but it's more about fresh air and not heat. It's not so much hot in here, but it gets without the door open. It just there's not enough air. It's not. I can't open a window in here, unfortunately. The window is sealed shut. I'd go and have a look, CptnJenks, but I'm kind of busy. Yeah, and the heat from the PCs does keep it a bit more toasty in here, for sure. That was Langwathby. I've been quite impressed with some of the stuff that entertainers have been doing from home. Quite interesting stuff going on. Steam Trains Unlimited, yeah, settling Carlisle line. Samdor Fun, thank you very much for the resub. 10 months, much appreciated. Because you just wonder how many offices will close permanently and staff will continue working from home after this. It depends how well they've made it work. At the moment, it's difficult to gauge because everyone's saying, I think the stats at the moment are like 43% of people are working from home as opposed to something like 10% the previous year. And you could say, well, clearly it's working. Well, it kind of doesn't have much option at the moment. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a good environment for people. So it wouldn't surprise me if the number of people working from home goes up from the 12% average to, you know, maybe 20%. But it's difficult. And not only that, one of the advantages at the moment for home working is that everyone is working from home. Whereas if you've got half your team in the office and half your team at home, it gets a little bit what am I supposed to be looking left for? Is that the station? Okay. Ah, there's a line. Oh, hello! El Prang! And the car that drives through the El Prang. I like that. Little scenes like that just make everything look a little bit more alive. So yeah, I think that there's going to be an increase because people have made it work. And where they wouldn't have tried before, and I'm amongst that. I mean, previously working from home was a royal pain in the neck because I had to rewire the desk in order to make it use the monitors. Because at work I've got 3 monitors on my desk, which spreads everything out. I can see much more clearly what's going on, and particularly if I'm working on timetables or something for a train sim world, it's much easier if I've got lots of monitors open because I've got different bits and pieces that I need to be able to see. Whereas when I come home, I've basically got my laptop, tiny little laptop screen, and that's it. Unless I plug in and rewire a desktop so that I can do that. Well, having had to work from home, I've done all the rewiring. I bought HDMI switches, so where I can, at the press of a couple of buttons, turn it into 2 monitors for the gaming machine, 1 for the streaming machine, 3 for the laptops. I can have the laptop on 1, the gaming on 1, the streaming on 1. I can just mix and match everything the way that I want to now. Which means that it's easier, much easier for me to now. If I wanted to work from home, so to head down and get on with some work, I can plug in. It takes me 2 seconds and switch it all over. And then if I want to stream of an evening, I can just unplug, press the buttons, and everything flips back to the way it's supposed to be. So I think a lot of other people have probably gone through a similar process where they've made an environment that works, which they wouldn't have done previously because there was no need to. Now, I normally prefer being in the office because I like being around the team. There's just something about the personal contact. But to the same extent, we've also made it work because we talk a lot more over video conferencing. Everyone's got cameras, or most people have got cameras now. The company bought everyone cameras, or most people, before stocks ran out of cameras. Still some people waiting. But most people have got cameras, which means we do video conferences. We still do our company meeting on a Tuesday, which is now done over a video conference presentation as well. I gave a presentation to the team, a team of about 70 people, and that worked absolutely fine. No different at all to if I'd been there. So we're kind of making things work. Now, in some cases, these things may carry on working well, and in some cases, people would prefer to go back to the office environment. So I'm really interested to see how things change. One of the things that I read, one second. Keep up the great work, hoping everyone stays safe. That was another donation. Thank you very much indeed for that donation. Much appreciated. That brings us to 257 already. That's epic. Thank you, everybody. Zoom is very good as well, Francois. We use Microsoft Teams, and I have to say, the presentation that I gave to the team using the Microsoft Live Events on Teams system actually was really cool. That was really cool. It's a bit, it gives you like webinar type functionality. I use Zoom for the 1S Model Railway stuff, Zen Trends, and sometimes we use Zoom at work, but most of the time we use Microsoft Teams, which has been working just so well. So well. Everything drives you balmy though, Ed. But yeah, to be fair, there are bits of Teams that drive me balmy as well, as you know. But overall, I've been very impressed with Teams. It's stepped up to the video conferencing job beautifully. Yes, I do live very close to the office at DTG, absolutely. And there are those that that don't, and they're now finding that they can get some of their life back and do a bit more work without actually investing any extra time. And so they're a huge fan. So I suspect people like that, people who've got a commute, they're going to be looking to spend more time working from home, which I completely understand. Similarly, there are some people that that are on the team who just haven't got great environments. They're working in their living rooms, and it's just a rubbish environment to work from. I know they're looking forward to the office opening again. I'm fortunate, I've got a space that's dedicated to it. I can shut the door and you know, it's completely fine. It's out of the way. But not everybody has got that. Well, some people have only got, you know, they've got a single room. So they're effectively now living and sleeping and working in the same space the entire time. That's got to be really bad mentally. You know, feeling like you're never getting anywhere, part of the dog. Do you think more people have a choice in future, office or home? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I think companies may find that you know, office space is always at a premium, and where companies expand, I mean, Dovetail's always expanding. Dovetail's hired so many new people since this all started, because it basically all started just as we were about to go into a phase, or we'd been starting up a phase of increasing the team sizes across the board, and so we've brought on new people that have never been to the office and we've never met in person. You know, we've interviewed them, hired them, sent them kit, and been working with them over Teams, but have never met them in person. So it's weird. But there are companies that work like this. You know, there are companies that that work entirely this way. So it's not like we're treading new paths. Nine miles to Carlisle. But I think it's going to be interesting. One of the stats that I heard was that human beings form habits in about 60 days. And a lot of people are starting to come to that point where they've been locked down now for about 60 days, which means that all of the things that you're doing now will naturally be the things you carry on doing without any extra effort. So if you've switched to online ordering from Tesco and you've been doing that for several weeks, you'll probably just carry on doing it, even if previously you would never have done it. And some are certainly certain other things. So I think that is going to be a really interesting thing, is just what habits of people reformed and broken from previous that they're just not going to go back to without even thinking about it. So yes, I think there's going to be change. But I don't think it's going to be tremendous. I think some people will choose a different way of doing things that will help some organisations and not help other organisations, and it'll all balance out. It'll all be good. Jeff, thank you very much for the resub. 14 months, much appreciated. Yana Dunk, you get more work done at home. Yes, I think I get more work done at home. It's mostly the social contact that you miss. The fact that, you know, you can pop over for a, you know, if you're walking by someone or you see them in the kitchen, and you know, get into a conversation about something, and it's 1 minute thing, and then you just don't get that contact with the team. There's a lot of my team that I haven't directly spoken to. I've spoken to a fair few of them, but there's certainly a number of people that I'm thinking of that I've just not directly spoken to, because I normally wouldn't necessarily. But because they're all in the office, I would speak to them because I've been walking past them all the time. David Mayer, thank you very much for that resub, much appreciated. 13 months. See you later, Derek. Team Friends Unlimited, all your coaches stored. That doesn't surprise me. There's people pestering. Well, you'd think. You'd think. But you know what? It feels like I spend more time on Teams group conversations than I ever have before. And that works both ways. It works positively and negatively. BMJ Epic, thank you very much for the resub, much appreciated. So it works both ways, because on the one hand, it's really, really nice that I can click, 2 or 3 people, clicks call, and then the 3 of us can have a group video call, set it up, 2 minutes, have a quick conversation, tear it down. Brilliant. Whereas in the office, it's, can you and I just, can I borrow you for a minute? Can you two come with me? Let's go and find a meeting room. Oh, we can't find a meeting room. Let's walk upstairs and use the kitchen and hope we don't get disturbed too much. And it's just really difficult. Whereas with the video conferencing, it's just click to go. It's so much easier. So, yes, it is better. Workshop crew now preparing coaches to the new standard, keeping distance to people. How will that work? Will it be effectively you can only use Windows Steam Trains Unlimited? And then you have a loading order and an unloading order, essentially. Dex, obviously one of the lucky ones. You're out and about all day, every day, have some level of human contact multiple times, but that's the life of the delivery driver. There's a lot of stress when you're doing NHS jobs carrying samples, but on the positive, it's giving you an immunity apparently. Nice. I might have missed a couple of donations, I do apologise. Hang on a second. Too much waffling, not enough paying attention. Anonymous, great charity to support Matt. Doing this while so busy at work just shows what a top bloke you are. You have no idea how much to write that second sentence. Thank you very much indeed, and that's a huge donation. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And then Jeff, thank you very much for your donation as well. Very much appreciated. How are we doing? 365. That's amazing, folks. That is amazing. Thank you. We're in the depot, ripped out half the seats, which makes it possible to sit next to each other. Oh, that'd be really interesting to see, actually. I'm really curious about how that looks and how that will work. That's interesting. What's the seating pattern normally? Is it 3-3 or 2-2? Four miles to Carlisle. 3 miles to go. Is there an industry body setting these standards for the coaches, Team Trains Unlimited, or is this your company has come up with a way of doing it and is then applying that standard throughout? There's all the speed reductions as we come down into Carlisle. Actually, Carlisle's the main station, so we're probably up to Carlisle, aren't we? Oh, companies working with their own solutions. Fair enough. But if I remember rightly, you work for a fairly large bus coach company, don't you? Is that double yellow? Can a mod give Steam Trains Unlimited a permit before he posts a link? Unless you're whispering it, of course. Get a short burst of speed until we get slowed down for 20 to actually enter Carlisle Station, which is kind of up there and on the right. Oh, the ear's part of the headphones? No, they're a bolt-on that you can buy, and then you just wrap it around. You see the bits at the front, and it just wraps around and clips. They are made for these headphones, though. There is a newer pair of these headphones that have actually got the light, the ears are built in, and they're actually RGB lit, which is just epic. But sadly, having got perfectly functional headphones, I can't quite justify another 160 quid on headphones just to get lit up ears. Crazy times, I know. How you doing, man? It's the standard Settle Carlisle route, yes. will be with CptnJenks Scenario Wizardry applied. Can one of the mods or someone on Discord grab that link from Steam Chains Unlimited and DM it to me on Discord, please, so I don't lose it. I'll have a look at that later. Thank you for sharing. Oh yes, BR Blue, like all good trains. Down the back! Seem to get one of these every 5 minutes. I know, they do come up a lot, don't they? Thank you very much, Dandamak. Much appreciated. Sounds like another one coming in. Another can. Hey then, Crips, how's it going? Dex, thank you very much for that gifted sub. Much appreciated. Hey, the job adverts are up, CptnJenks. All you got to do is apply for them. Yeah, this scenario is available. It's on Steam Workshop. It is 1S49 Leeds to Glasgow Central. I guess we'll get the light as soon as 86 or 87 has finished getting out of our way. Okay. I love the sound on this 50. Lots of bass, lots of growl. He pays DCG, Bean Kid. But he's chained himself to his home at the moment. He's working from home, so he's chained himself to his bed. Danderman, please don't feel anything about that. That is absolutely fine. Thank you for coming along and supporting the stream by being here is awesome. I appreciate that there's a lot of people at the moment who are finding it difficult, and yeah, just coming along and watching is great. There's also a lot of people out doing charity drives at the moment, so I also appreciate that there's a lot of people who may have spent all that they're able to spend on charity. 1 second late. I find that to be acceptable. The game will probably deduct 100 points or something. Well done. Time for a cuppa and a rest before heading to platform pound. We need platform 3. No, 12-12 Nottingham train, take it on to Carlisle. That was good. I enjoyed that. Nice run. Thank you very much, CptnJenks. We got a silver at least. Final score 880. What's next?